YouTube, today more Malamar and Reshiram and Sirfetch'd action. Let's see if we can bring the Sirfetch'd this time, but if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below as it really does help out, and check out the team. You have 2 weeks to grab it before the code expires. Try it out with this code down below, paste pin available in the description, and let's get started and play some games. All right, Necrozma with Entei and Draco Meteor and Thunderous. Okay, so that's probably the fine Thunderous, I'd imagine. Raichu probably has Brutal Swing. There's a Rillaboom. Okay, so those are my thought processes right there. That means Tricker and Topsy-Turvy actually seems pretty solid here. The problem is that Necrozma is pretty threatening, but I do have a Reshiram, which isn't bad against my opponent's team. It's actually pretty good against my opponent's team. The problem is going to be fake outs from my opponent overall, so I think I just try to set up Trick Room as fast as possible. I think that's the goal here. Reshiram definitely in the back, and then last Pokemon, that's a bit tricky. It's either Sirfetch'd or the Togekiss. I think Glastrier is not bad against my opponent's team. I just don't think it's going to be as good as for like Necrozma, which I'm still really scared of. So I'm gonna try out Sirfetch'd because of the close combat damage output it gives. Like close combat looks like it just claims some KOs, especially if I get the crit, and it's not a bad chance I get a crit. I don't remember how the crit ratios work. I think it's like, am I like 50% chance to crit Leaf Blade, or am I 100% chance to crit Leaf Blade? I don't remember. It's like Stick gives +2 crit ratio to Sirfetch'd, which I think that means it's 50% chance to crit Leaf Blade and like 25% chance to crit every other move. It might be like 100% or 50%, but we'll find out here. It's been a while since I messed with crit ratios. Like I think since like an Italian team back in Series 8. I think that was the last time I messed with like crit ratios. Let's find out though. It's going to be the Necrozma and the Raichu lead. No surprise, there's probably Brutal Swing coming out with like Max Steel Spike, because I will lead my P2 and Malamar right here. Now I don't know if this is gonna be fake out or not. I will have Topsy-Turvy though, so if they do want to set up right away, I do have the way to shut it down. I will go for the Trick Room with my P2. I don't know if they fake out either. This is a really weird position for both of us, because I have Trick Room on my side as well. I'm just going to protect my Malamar and attempt to Trick Room. I just don't know. They could, like, they got to be worried about fake out too. I feel like they would try to take a knockout Malamar potentially. I think that would be the goal right here if you're my opponent. I have no clue. This could just be a Brutal Swing plus Max Steel Spike, I think, and that's what I'm kind of assuming here, because you don't lose a mind game right away of like who Trick Rooms right here, because it could get really messy potentially. So we'll find out. They might even not want to set up right away, because I do have the Topsy-Turvy, but they do go for the Dynamax. Okay, so that looks promising. I think if he would fake out, I think he would probably not Dynamax, I think, because I feel like the damage pressure wise, like there's nothing that I could really do here. But let's see. We are going to see the Necrozma go for the max here, which is completely okay. I might have to sack Sirfetch'd at the worst case scenario if they do go for the fake out, but that's fine. So Malamar protects. Let's see what they do. If they have Feint, I mean, I should live 1 attack at least. They did go for the Brutal Swing immediately. Perfect. Okay. So that's awesome for me. I do not mind that. Unless their Necrozma is literally min speed, which I'm not sure if they are on this team, because if they are min speed, they actually underspeed my Malamar. But I mean, their team doesn't look like a Trick Room team at all. The Steel Spike's going to come out into my Malamar. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's basically what I expected. This covered if I was like trying to Trick Room Malamar, if they faked out the P2 slot, which is kind of what I expected. So yeah, I felt like this was the best play, and it looks like it was. So I am able to get the Trick Room off with my my Porygon, and I'm able to go for a Ice Beam and a Topsy-Turvy this upcoming turn, and flip their stat. Look at their stat increases. Guess what I'm turning around? If I can. Of course, we don't know the speed tier on the cross, but this could get ugly. But I imagine they're not min speed. I think the Raichu might have speed control, whether it's Nuzzle or Electroweb. So this is why I don't think it's going to be min speed. We'll find out though. Definitely could be. Doesn't have to be fast. As long as it's, I think as long as it's not like negative speed, I should be able to outspeed the Necrozma. Although we'll find out, I guess, together. This can be tough. I am Ice Beaming the Raichu. It covers for the Rillaboom, because they might try to do fake out rotations, or they might try to, I think they would try to do fake out rotations, but we'll see here. Okay, I get an Ice Beam off in the Raichu. Big. That's a nice hit. Okay. Nice. Oh, Topsy-Turvy, the Necrozma. Beautiful. Oh, they went for Mindstorm too. Okay. Does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. And yeah, I could have went for foul play for damage, but the damage wasn't really that important to me right here. They go for T-Bolt in the Malamar? No, in the P2. Okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. I just double up the P2 slot this upcoming turn with Ice Beam Foul Play, or the Raichu slot with Ice Beam Foul Play. That seems like a really good hit right here into the Raichu. And they're like, nope, I can't do anything anymore. I yield. Oh, Topsy-Turvy is so much fun, man. Topsy-Turvy. Such an underrated move. And yeah, like that's the thing, you're committing to your Dynamax, stuff like Colossal, stuff like that. And when it goes south, it really just like, oh, I committed all to this and it bombed. And guess what? I'm broke here. If you currently enjoy the content you're watching and want to see more of it, make sure you check out my other YouTube channels, my second YouTube channel, my Eclipse channel, and of course, make sure you follow the action live on my Twitch channel. All links available in the description down below. All right, we have an Ice Rider Calyrex team with the Regieleki, Landispherian, Porygon2, Urshifu, and Indeedee. Let us see what I want to go here. Glastrier looks really solid if I can set up properly, and I think if I could just set up the Glastrier, I'm in a really good spot. So I really like Reshiram lead. I think Reshiram P2 is probably really solid here. I like Sirfetch'd. I think Glass in the back. Yeah, because I like Sirfetch'd mainly just to deal with their P2. It's a Pokemon that's a little bit annoying that could just sit there a little bit. It's also a nice answer to the Urshifu if it's Dark Urshifu, because I'll be able to resist the attacks and get one big hit off, which is really important. One big hit off is like maybe all I need for, like, you know, if it's Focus Sash, I can knock it out with the Hail, which is pretty solid here. I'm leading Reshiram because I think the most worrisome Pokemon here is going to be the Eleki. I don't know if they lead Landorus against the Glass potential, so we'll find out. I also have the Porygon2, so I'm not that worried about Landorus with the Ice Beam pressure that I will admit. I wonder who their Dynamax is going to be. It's either the Calyrex, which is pretty likely, could be Regieleki, or Landorus. I'd say those are the three common Dynamax mons, and then the rest very unlikely to Dynamax, but not impossible. I've definitely seen Dynamaxes evolve 3 of those Pokemon before. We'll find out here though. I think overall the game plan is, oh, are they gonna time out? It looks like they're close to timing out. Hold on, did they time out? Okay, they didn't time out. That was close. That was close. They almost did. 1 second to go. All right, let's see what they bring out here. My plan here is, I have a few options. It's mainly just setting up for Glass. I think Glass is just an insane Pokemon with Dynamax available. So let's see how this is going to go. It's going to be the Calyrex Indeedee. Okay, that's fine. Don't really mind that too much. I will lead my Reshiram plus my Porygon right off the bat. And yeah, I really don't mind this because, again, my Glass does really well in this matchup. And as long as I get Glastrier in a solid position, I think it's pretty okay here. So I think what I could do is I could just throw off a Draco Meteor because I don't want to throw off a Heat Wave in case it's policy. Okay, so I can see it activates. That's fine. That is fine. Get the download boost of attack. All right, no surprise there. And ooh, I do want to go for a Draco Meteor right off the bat into the Indeedee slot, and this is definitely Trick Room coming out. Or is it? They don't have to, I guess. I kind of want to Overheat though. Actually, no, I should Overheat. You know what? If they let me weaken the Calyrex, it definitely is a possibility. I mean, they should follow me here, but if they go for a mistake here, they get heavily punished. Oh, they Dynamax right away. Not what I expected. Not what I expected. Okay. I expected like follow me in Glacial Lands, but okay. This could be terrifying here. Let's see. Oh, they just went for follow me. Okay, that's fine. If it was like policy and got the policy proc, that would have been even worse, but this is okay. So wait, they're max speed. They're max speed on the Calyrex. Okay. Because they outsped my Reshiram. I'm able to get an Overheat off in the Indeedee, so some free chip damage. Okay. And I'm able to get an Ice Beam off for some chip. Max speed Calyrex. Alright. Raise the Indeedee, which is actually kind of good. Because I can go into Sirfetch'd now and try to Trick Room. I think they would probably be trying to Helping Hand, if anything. I mean, I just Trick Room anyway, right? I think Trick Room is just a really safe call. I don't know what the Calyrex is going to do. They might just go for the Hailstorm into Porygon, or they're going to Quake my Reshiram slot. They might also just go for the Hailstorm into Reshiram, trying to catch like Togekiss on Max Quake. So yeah, I do think that I do want to switch out though, because Reshiram still can be very useful in this game. And they're going to retreat into the... Okay, that's perfectly fine. What's being brought out here? Urshifu? Completely okay by me. And it is a dark Urshifu. Don't mind that at all. So we'll retreat here into the Sirfetch'd. I wish I had dual wing beats. Dual wing beats would be nice here. Let's see. Gonna be Hailstorm. Gonna come out into... Looks like the Reshiram slot? No, it's in the P2. Okay, I should live that. Yeah, based on the hail damage earlier. They also broke their sash on the... They broke their sash on their Urshifu, so I'm completely fine with this. Jolly Calyrex is also just disappointing damage wise, because damage they've been doing has been very sad. For Calyrex, I'm expecting more damage, but oh, Sirfetch'd here looking like a good opportunity to just close combat their Urshifu, and I think that's the play here. Just close combat their Urshifu and recover. I wonder if it is policy just max speed Calyrex, because they need max speed, right? And well, I guess they don't need max speed. It should be max speed though, because like I don't think they outspeed the Reshiram. Okay, they switch out their Urshifu, which is fine. P2 comes out. I mean, that's a free close combat and a free recover, so I'll take it. Okay, they might get the boost though with the Calyrex this last turn, because I'd imagine they go for the knock on Sirfetch'd, which is fine. Close combat going to come out in the P2, and it just obliterates the P2, which is fantastic. Okay, a crit there, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay. So I feel like if they don't have Protect on the Urshifu, that means it had to be banded, I'd imagine. A Mindstorm. Okay, they have max Mindstorm. So Glacial Lance. We saw High Horsepower. And Zen Headbutt. Okay, I don't know if this has Trick Room or not now. I mean, it's fine overall. I'm not that worried. I mean, I get to go Glass Tier, or I can go Reshiram. Either one's a fine pick. I think I'd rather go Glass Tier, because Glass seems pretty solid right here. Just going for a max Knuckle into the Urshifu and an Ice Beam. If they go into Inity, I just Steel Spike up. So it's going to be... Yeah, Urshifu. No surprise there. And I think I have to Knuckle here, unfortunately. I don't think Steel Spike allows me to pick up the knockout into the Urshifu. So we will go for the Knuckle here into the... Actually, wait. Yeah, a Knuckle, because it's more powerful than a Steel Spike. And then we Ice Beam double up the Urshifu slot. They don't swap out an Inity, and I think they are hoping that they live an attack here, which is pretty important. Unless they have Protect, which I'd be like, why didn't you just Protect on the Sirfetch'd earlier? Maybe they were worried I would Dynamax Sirfetch'd, but I guess that could have been a legitimate here, but I felt like just protecting is pretty safe, because he did lose P2 for, I think, no reason here. Let's see. This is going to be... Yeah, no Protect, so I think it is banded. Here comes a Knuckle into the Urshifu. It would have almost picked up a knockout, but it's not enough. It looks like a Steel Spike would have been close, I think, with the Ice Beam. But as long as I knock out this Urshifu, I should just be able to get a Steel Spike off and then start winning this game. So here comes Ice Beam into the Urshifu. Goodbye, Urshifu. Critical hit does not matter there. And let's see, Calyrex reverse Trick Room. I don't think so. Probably just going for Glacial Lance, so that's fine. Yep. P2 able to survive too. Fantastic. Do I activate the policy here? No, I don't activate the policy. I just Steel Spike. Yeah, I just Steel Spike the Inity. Okay. We Steel Spike the Inity. We recover here, and they can't really do much to our team. So we will Steel Spike the Inity. We will recover. Here with the P2. Can we lose the game? Definitely possible. Protect? No, follow me. I mean, I was Steel Spiking that slot anyway, so I'm completely fine with the follow me here. Here comes Steel Spike into the Inity, and yeah, it's looking really tough to break through the glass right now. Does this glass at +2 attack, +1 defense? I could get +2 defense, but I'm just not sure. Because Trigger is about to expire here. They're probably going for a Glacial Lance so they can two-shot the P2 right here. And then afterward, it's complicated. Definitely complicated. Because this glass is going to be at +2 as well. And +4 potentially if I go for Steel Spike. Here comes a Glacial Lance into my Pokemon. That's fine. Actually, no. My play is always the Steel Spike here. Because Steel Spike into glass boosts up my defenses. If they protect here, if they have Protect even, I just get a free Trick Room up. And then I go for attacks with glass. Yeah, I mean, I think that's perfectly reasonable here. So we'll go for a Steel Spike. We'll go for a Trick Room, and the battle's gonna be forfeited because they think they have no shot, and I don't think they do. I think they go down +2 Steel Spike from Glass, because Glass is an insane Pokemon. Although Calyrex Ice Fight is also insane, but overall, very nice. Sirfetch'd was able to get into a decent position with close combat, brought in a lot of damage. Let's look at their team. Yeah, let's look at their team. Am I right about this stuff? It's Choice Scarf. It's Choice Scarf Calyrex. Doesn't that speed? I'm pretty sure that speed ties Charizard. I'm pretty sure speed ties base 100s. And they were helping hand. Okay, yeah, that's why. That explains it. They literally had no chance to win the game. They were literally locked in the Glacial Lance. Rising Voltage on the Aleki, Lumberry on the Landorus, the Hyper Beam of Violet P2. Wait, it was Sash Protect. Why did they not click? I guess they just didn't want to click Protect at any point of the game. Okay, strange team. All I know is Glass and Sirfetch'd was able to do a lot of work, and it looks like it was the case there. Choice Scarf Calyrex. Okay, Yveltal, Entei, Togekiss, Urshifu, Raichu, and the Gastrodon. Pretty interesting. I really like Sirfetch'd if I can get the trick him off here. I don't know if I can. I do like Togekiss though. Togekiss P2 seems pretty solid, or Reshiram. Oh wait, no, I have to go Togekiss because this could be a self-volt switch Raichu with Yveltal. So yeah, I do have to go Togekiss lead, have the P2. Actually, do I? I'd probably live that. No, fake out stuff is also a thing, yeah. I do have to lead the Togekiss plus P2 here. Reshiram, I'd say is okay, but I don't think it's amazing. I like Sirfetch'd because of the Leaf Blade pressure and the Gastrodon, which is an annoying Pokemon that could Scald Burn like a lot of my slots, so I don't really like that. So I think having the Glastrier to take care of the Togekiss while having the Sirfetch'd to close combat through and Trick Room is going to be the best call here. We'll see how this goes though. I am expecting the weakness policy on one of Togekiss or Yveltal potentially. Both could have policy, or either one could have policy, and self-volt switch of course with Raichu. I think what would be scary is if they led Raichu or Shifu. Yeah, if they led Raichu or Shifu, that could be scary. Oh no, actually if they led Raichu or Shifu, it's only scary if they have Helping Hand or their Choice Banded. We'll see. I wonder what Urshifu that is. What I think it's probably Dark actually, now that I think about it. It's Gastrodon Entei lead. Okay. Not a lead I expected at all. I mean, that works out for me. I'm going to lead Porygon plus my Togekiss right here. I'm not really scared of Dynamax or anything here in this position. I mean, this could be Yawn, of course. I'm not sure. I'm just going to Air Slash the Entei, and I'm just going to Eerie Impulse the Gastrodon because I'm not really scared of these Pokemon right now. So I'll just get some chip if I can. They go for Iron Head and a Togekiss. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't even do half. Beautiful. I'm able to get some Air Slash damage in Entei, which just in case... I mean, just chipping away I think is pretty good here. And Eerie Impulse the Gastrodon. So Gastrodon won't be doing that much damage. Let's see if it's a Yawn here or not. If it's Yawn, I probably have to swap. It is Yawn. Okay. So that is a little bit annoying that I am kind of forced to play the switch game, but I mean, I think it's okay in the long run. I should be able to go for a Air Slash once again into Ent. I mean, it's in range of close combat, so I'm not really that scared. I think I go for Gleam Chip, but the Gastrodon is not really that scary of a Pokemon either. I'm gonna go Sirfetch'd here, I guess. Maybe I should have followed me actually. Follow me makes sense since I don't need a chip damage on either one, and then I redirect a Yawn. Yeah, follow me was probably the better play now that I think about it. Yeah, that's definitely the better play. Interesting to see Iron Head though on Entei, so this means it's probably a likely Dynamax. Oh, they protect. Okay, that's perfect. So they protect the Gastrodon. They go for Iron Head once again. Okay, that's fine. They don't pick up a knockout. That's okay. Togekiss flinches. That's really not that big of a deal. I'm going to follow me here with the Togekiss and just close combat or Leaf Blade. I don't know what they would expect here. I think I Leaf Blade the Gastrodon because I'm sick of the Yawn strat, and they might be worried about the close combat to Entei anyway. I mean, I don't know if they're going to swap or not, so just try to go for a Leaf Blade, I guess, into the Gastrodon, I guess, because the Sirfetch'd is meant to help out against Gastrodon specifically because it does open up the door for me sweeping with my Glastrier, so I might as well just go for the target into the Gastrodon slot. I might as well. Yeah, I didn't think they were switching here. Get a follow me off with the Togekiss, as we're going to see a Sacred Fire into the Togekiss. Goodbye. Okay. So Togekiss goes down. I'm assuming this is a Sulfest Entei now. Leaf Blade. I am fasting Gastrodon, and I do get the knockout. Beautiful. Okay, so eliminating Gastrodon is pretty big. Crits. I mean, I have a high crit chance. Wait, I think I'm guaranteed actually with the Leaf Blade. So we can go out into Porygon, and now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. This is where it can get a little bit interesting. Is this Urshifu coming out? No, it's Yveltal. Interesting. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't think they can knock out Porygon at all. I don't think they can. Get the download boost, a special attack. I mean, I'm just gonna Trick Room here and protect. And then next turn I can close combat the Entei slot. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem with that. I'm surprised they didn't bring out their Urshifu because of the close combat pressure for Porygon. I wonder I don't think they have a tech that stops me from setting up Trick Room here. Like a double up into Porygon doesn't stop me from getting Trick Room up. Unless they didn't bring Urshifu, which I'd be kind of surprised about, but that would be absolutely amazing for me. Let's go Sirfetch'd. Let's get some knockout. Oh, are they going for Dark Pulse Flinch? Sacred Fire. Sirfetch'd. They're scared of Sirfetch'd. They know. Snarl. I don't know about that one. Okay. So they get Snarl off into my Porygon. I mean, I got Trick Room up. That's fine. I get an Eerie Impulse off into the Yveltal slot. I don't have to recover here, and I just get a free hit into the Entei. Probably knock it out even, because close combat does so much damage from the Sirfetch'd. This Sirfetch'd is looking to go in right now. And I mean in. And if they don't Oblivion Wings, Sirfetch'd is probably going to get another KO potentially. And yeah, now I pretty much shut down this Yveltal unless it's a physical set, but I'd imagine it's mostly special moves, maybe foul play, but that's not really going to do too much, I think. We do get rid of the Entei right there. Fantastic. So let's see. Are you picking up the knockout Sirfetch'd? Can you even? You're -2. They do go for the Oblivion Wing here, okay? So this is a chip into Sirfetch'd. Sirfetch'd looking pretty well, actually. Wow. Okay, so who's in the back? If it's Urshifu, I'm like really questioning stuff. Yeah, I mean, it is Urshifu. Like I anticipated earlier. I mean, Glastrier is winning this game. I'm going to Ice Beam the Urshifu in a close combat the Urshifu. I just try to set up with Glass in the back, and I have like so many tools to set up with Glass. All I need is to break the Sash. If they protect here, that's an interesting play, and it is probably their best play. But I mean, then I just go into Glass, and then I just Dynamax and click Knuckle and Ice Beam, I guess. They do Sucker Punch my Sirfetch'd. I am -1 defense with the Dark Aura, so they do get the KO. That's fine. And let's see what they're going to go for afterward as I get an Ice Beam off into the Urshifu. As pretty good damage. Yep. Snarl. That's fine. All right. Who's the max user on this team then? I'm going to go Glass. Actually, at this point, I'm assuming that this Yveltal probably doesn't have Protect or a Max Guard. So I think my best play here is actually to just KO the Yveltal right here and throw off an Ice Beam in their Urshifu, I guess. Yeah, I think that's the best call right here, because their Urshifu's kind of, I think if anything's likely, Urshifu's the most likely the one to protect here. And I don't think we're gonna, I don't know who's maxing here from my opponent. Is it Yveltal? That -2. I'm not that worried about it damage wise. Like the most damage I felt like they could have done was foul play. I was worried if I knuckled their Urshifu to protect and they get foul play off, like how much damage would it do? And then does double Sucker Punch crit knock me out with the Dark Aura boost? So that's why I'm like was hesitating a little bit, as we're gonna see a max here. Okay, is this Urshifu? If it's Urshifu, that's a really interesting play, but it might be Yveltal. It is Urshifu. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with this because I'm not that worried about Urshifu right now. And I get rid of the Yveltal for free, basically. Let's see if they max guard though. It is going to be no max guard. Okay, so I get rid of Yveltal. That's a free attack boost, and now I'm looking in a pretty solid position, I think, to win. So goodbye Yveltal. I guess if they get a double max guard, they are going to be a +1 attack, but I mean, I think it's fine for the long term. I get a free amount of Ice Beam chip. I am going to be able to knock out the Urshifu, I think, with any attack afterward. So let's see. Here comes Ice Beam. Some chip. Knuckle. Oh, they one blow. Oh, they were predicting the Dark Aura. I think they expected me to target the Urshifu. And that did not much at all. I wonder if they were choice banding. That's why they decided to Dynamax too. Might have been that might have been the reason why. But yeah, this game's over. I can go for a max Hailstorm here into a Ice Beam. They'd have to hope for a double max guard, and even then it's like really likely they win. Yeah. So overall, just able to set up Trick Room. I was able to set up Trick Room, getting Glass in a good spot. I was able to get rid of the Gastrodon with the Sirfetch'd, which was nice because that opened up the doors for Glastrier because I didn't have to worry about yawn stuff, and yeah, just stay without pressure. All right, they shared the team. Focus Sash on the Raichu, the Leftovers on the Gastrodon. It was the weakest policy on the Yveltal as we were expecting, although I don't know about this, the Blooming Snarl, Tailwind Protect, and then Solvescente that we saw, no surprise there, and Scope Lens, Safeguard, Togekiss, and then the Choice Band Urshifu. So yeah, I mean, now that I was looking back at it, it kind of makes sense they brought in the Yveltal because the Sirfetch'd was trending, right? And the only way they had to deal damage to actually P2 was going to be that Yveltal. So they were probably just looking more at the Sirfetch'd as a threat. So they ended up bringing in, because if they bring out their Shifu and I'm able to knock it out using my Sirfetch'd properly, like I could go for like a Knuckle, for instance, Dynamax and survive. Or actually, no, I didn't even have any defense drops at the time. So I could literally just went for close combat, and then it could have been mind games, and if they lost their Shifu, they lost the Porygon2. But since I brought in the hard Porygon2 and they brought the Yveltal to try to counter the Sirfetch'd, yeah, it just didn't end up working out for them. And yeah, they didn't even take advantage of the Blooming Wing, although I think I might have been able to live with Blooming Wing surprisingly already, and then I was just able to get Trick 'em Up and then sweep with Glastrier anyway. But yeah, now that I got to look at the team, the plays kind of make more sense, I think, overall. And that is the show. Hope everyone enjoyed Sirfetch'd coming into play. I hope you all enjoyed that. It wasn't my most solid team, but it was a really fun team. And if you want to try it out, you have 2 weeks to grab it with this code right here before it expires. Team Builder will come out tomorrow. Again, this is more of a fun team, but if you do want to try it out, paste in available also in the description down below. But if you did enjoy the content, make sure you leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. I got a lot of brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl action planned for the future, so stay tuned for that. But have a great day, people. Until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.